At 9:18, you're watching Live Impact News. I'm Jane Monreal. Walker Lawson's here in the Live Impact studio now. All right, so we had a nice break yesterday. It was so lovely. And actually this morning, it's not too bad,
Oh, yeah,
right?
it felt great
Carlene,
this
did you
morning.
come in this morning?
Not bad.
It wasn't bad at all.
Not that bad.
But
Chris and I were saying it felt great.
Yeah.
yeah, it does feel
Pretty
great.
good.
Feels really
Pretty
nice.
good.
But I think we're in for a change.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
for
Oh,
sure.
downer.
Like, you guys love it. I don't love it.
Yeah.
You don't.
No, this is the perfect weather for me. So weather impacts that we're going to watch. As we mentioned, this is the final mild morning. We are
That's why. It's
saying
nice.
sayonara, adios, bienvenidos, whatever they'll say.
Peace out.
Peace out. So this weekend, we're gonna start watching temperatures increase, humidity increase. We're in for a big change in our forecast. We're also actually watching an increase for some rain tomorrow and Saturday. So that's actually a good thing. We got a new drought monitor in, so we'll pop on that in just a little bit. And then we have a major heat wave, as I mentioned, on the way. It is coming, and that is unfortunately what's going to be happening. So if I can get my graphics to advance, that'd be really
stuck?
awesome. They are stuck on right now.
Stuck on
So
you.
there we go. Okay, so current temperatures this morning. I don't know what is going on. So current temperatures right now in the 70s. Started off in the 60s this morning. So 74 here in the Queen City, 69 in Lincolnton, 58 in Jefferson. Say goodbye to the 50s in the mountains, and it's going to be hard to get into the 60s here. So mountains today, going to get up to 78 degrees in Jefferson, 78 in Fleetwood. It's going to be close to 90, 87 in Hickory. We're going to see the winds coming out of the south-southwest, and that's the beginning process of this warm air pumping in out of the south. And then down to the Piedmont, we went down to 89. We were originally saying 90, but we went down with 89 just because of some of that cloud cover that we're seeing out there might keep temperatures just a degree or two cooler than we were originally forecasting. And then 90 down in Monroe and 91 in Wadesboro. If you have any plans this evening, I know that I have some plans, even though I'll be up and at it tomorrow morning again. Going to be a perfect evening stroll, and this might be the last comfortable evening walk that you have. So around 7 o'clock, 87, temperatures will fall back into the 70s into the overnight hours. But we're going to start pumping in heat, and we're going to start pumping in moisture, and that's going to increase our dew points. We're going to start to get that sticky summer air, and we're going to be pushing some of the hottest temperatures we've seen since last summer. So dew point 56 today, you're seeing that dry, more comfortable air, and then it's going to jump 62 Friday, 70 Saturday, and that's going to translate into feeling a lot stickier, a lot wetter. So the rainfall chances are going to increase with that. Friday and Saturday, we're looking scattered because we're actually looking at the potential for more rain than we were originally looking at for Friday and Saturday, which could be good for drought relief. It's needed. And then isolated as we look further out. So as we walk you through today, clouds will continue to break, which will allow us to get close to 90. Don't think we'll make it to 90 today, though. Then tomorrow morning, you're going to see clouds move in through your morning commute. And what's going to happen is we're going to start to see storms firing off. These are going to be slow-moving storms. So once you're under these storms, this will cause that heavier rain. You're going to see the dew point increase, so more moisture to work with in the atmosphere. And there's really nothing steering these storms, so they're not going to be moving too much. As we mentioned, slow. 5 o'clock, you're starting to see more widespread storms. What we're thinking is going to happen is a lot of these storms are going to have outflow boundaries, which is basically when the thunderstorm collapses. It pushes out dense, cooler air, and it pushes it out upon hitting the ground. And then once it's spreading out in different directions, that can allow for more storms to fire off. And that's what we're thinking is going to happen, that you're going to see more of this widespread rain from this outflow, from the outflow boundaries from different storms around the area. So by 9 o'clock on Friday night, not going to say it's going to look exactly like this, but this is helping to paint the picture that you're going to be seeing more widespread rain through the area. Then Saturday is going to be a little bit different than Friday. These are going to be faster moving storms that are going to push through. So you'll see Saturday afternoon a line of storms, and that will clear out after that. So it's good to see rain chances increase because it is very much needed. And as we mentioned, we saw a little bit of relief in the drought monitor, but it isn't anything that is substantial in the way of changes. So right now, looking at the as you can see, well, my graphics went away again. As you can look at, exceptional drought has remained the same. So it remained at 7%. Extreme drought actually went down about 1%. So we saw a decrease to 45%. It's actually 46, but you can see that there was not much change. Everything pretty much stayed the same, which is not what we want to see, but hopefully with some rain in the next 2 days that will help. But the pattern after that really doesn't get favorable because you're going to start seeing those warm temperatures again. It's going to be really hard for us to get some rain, and you're going to see after we get through the rain over the next 2 days, it's going to get very hot. The National Weather Service gives us this tool which will allow us to see the extreme heat and what we're looking at. And for July 2nd through July 8th, we're looking at a high risk of extreme heat across Charlotte, across Raleigh. You're looking at the Low Country. So this is just a widespread heat that we're going to be watching. The mountains obviously looking at a slight risk, and that's because they're going to be cooler, of course, and the mountains won't be as warm. But the pattern that we're seeing set up as an area of high pressure is essentially going to just dominate the forecast, and it is going to cause this heat dome, as you can see, going through the week. High pressure, of course, sinking air. It's going to be keeping it warm out there, and it's going to be a rough couple days, I'll tell you that. So when we look ahead to our heat impacts, Sunday's when we're going to start to see that warmer air. Of course, as I mentioned, today is going to be the last average day. Our average high this time of year is 89 degrees. Sunday, you're going to start to see some major heat impacts. And then as we jump to Monday, you're starting to see we get a little bit closer into Tuesday to those more widespread major impacts from this heat. And we'll have to watch for extreme as we get a little bit further out. So your 7-day forecast as we walk you through. Chance of rain, as we mentioned, Friday and Saturday. Sunday and Monday we'll kind of continue to monitor, but that high pressure is going to start to dominate the forecast. It's good. It's going to get warm, and then as we get out to 14 days, we're looking at 100 degrees next Thursday, 101 next Friday. It's actually interesting. This time last year, on the 25th of June, was the first time we hit 100 degrees last year. So we are getting to it a little bit later than we did this time last year. But 100 degrees it's really not that common for us here in Charlotte. It only happens every couple years. Chris and I were going back and looking at data on it. We went a couple years without really seeing any 100 degrees. From about 2016 until 2022, we didn't have any. And so it's not something that's very frequent. So this is going to be very dangerous heat that we're going to have to monitor. Of course, heat index, when we're looking at Saturday going into Wednesday, the heat indices are going to be over triple digits. And that's, we've already done that this year. We've already been there, but it'll be interesting to see next Thursday and Friday once we fine tune the details a little bit closer when we're at 100 degrees where our heat index stands. Because it's going to be pushing warm, we'll say that.